I had a long conversation with you about 3 or 4 years ago. You were talking about what you wanted to do and what you wanted to achieve and this plan that you had. I think this year I should say, it's all come to fruition.
Yeah, it has really. I mean, I planned, to make Zelfa into a champion. I planned to make Lyndon into a champion. Even when I had Matthew Ryan, my aim is to make whatever part of the trade. Is I believe that I've got the ability to make them into champions. And so far, I've set out to accomplish what I've said I was going to do. Yeah.
Well, you've got 3 champions in the gym this time. Obviously, you just mentioned Zelfa and Lyndon. But when Marcus Morrison come to you, probably about 15, 16 months ago, he was in a bad place, wasn't he? And suddenly, you've just turned his whole career around.
I think it wasn't Marcus. He was in a bad place. When you're a broken fighter, it's not physical, it's mental, and it's about thinking about, will the fans want to be able to come watch you again? You've lost, and you've not just lost once, you've lost twice, and how do you rebuild yourself from there? And it's the same as you can't rebuild to go to the top and start at the top. It's impossible. Once you've been beaten, you've got to accept that you're all the way down to the bottom, and you've got to slowly but surely build bridges and bring yourself back up.
That's good character for him though, because he was willing to do that with you, wasn't he? I know you were willing to take him on, but he was willing to start right from ground level again with you.
Well, if we didn't start from ground level, there was no way I was going to train him, and there was no way I was going to be part of him, because what Marcus had lost, he's lost a lot of self-belief and lost a lot of, what you call it, and bear in mind is Marcus is only young, he's only 26, do you know what I mean? And this is what people don't look at, you know what I'm saying? So, there's a lot we had to get right, and now we're getting it right. He's beginning to realise Marcus doesn't know what it was like to box at the bottom and having to sell tickets and practically fighting for nothing if he didn't sell his tickets. He was giving everything, and then he realised then that he said to me, "I've never seen this side of boxing. I've never been on a small horse show." And for him to box on a small horse show, including the dinner show that I put on, a corporate event, it was like, wow. I'm going from getting something like 10 grand to about 2 grand or maybe £1,500 for an 8 rounder or a 6 rounder. It was like when he was getting something near like probably £1,000 a round. And then for him to be getting that kind of small change, it was like, this is what it's about, mate.
But it proves that he's still got the desire to come from where, like you were saying, to come from where he was making money out of boxing before fighters normally do make money out of boxing, to come right back to, like you say, earning peanuts, proves that he's still got the desire, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, bear in mind, we did have this talk before we did all this, because I gave him the options and I made it quite clear, look, this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to strip yourself and start all over again if you want to do it. He was aware of it, and he was prepared to do it. And he accepted that this is what he wanted to do. So for him to actually say it, mean it, and then really do it, well, that's the side of a champion.
Definitely. And this gym, absolutely buzzing again, mate. You've got loads of young lads here that are all fighting on your shows now.
Yeah.
All exciting prospects. I've just interviewed Conor Ward, who you've got on one of our shows in December. Looks to be a real exciting kid. Conor Burton, he made his debut on your show, was it in October, was it?
Yeah.
And you're getting loads of young kids out there, and they're all exciting, young, talented lads.
I mean, the greatest thing about what I'm doing is I'm manufacturing my own fighters.
Well, Conor Ward's one of your boys as well, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, originally he came to us late in his amateurs, and then I've had him from there, and I've always knew there's something special about Conor Ward, and I really have. And I'm still trying to find a way of bringing the best out in Conor Ward yet. I mean, he still ain't there to his full potential, and he still doubts himself. And I mean, he spent 3 years in jail, being in the wrong place at the right time, and and he's been out the ring for 6 years. So
I probably filmed one of his last amateur fights when he was winning in the junior championships.
Yeah, so he's always been a good little fighter, scrapper from there. But
he's about the same size as well then, he is now. He's not grown, has he?
No, but he's gone stronger. He's a lot stronger now. Now, just again, it's about making him realise, and you know, don't get me wrong, he's getting better as time goes by. He's getting better and better and better, and I think 2 or 3 fights in, he'll be a total different guy. I mean, 3 wins, 3 fights, 3 wins for Conor. He'll be different. I mean, watching him fight on my last show, he got a nasty clash of heads, but he stopped the kid in the 4th round, and it's what he needed. He couldn't have got a better late round stoppage. He's definitely possesses the power.
So he got the rounds in the bank and he got the stoppage, so it was perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, he definitely possesses the power. He's definitely one to watch out for the future. Conor Burton is another good kid, absolutely mega. I mean, and I've got another kid, Adam, to turn pro. I've got another 2 kids to turn pro for next year. I mean,
but you're putting shows on all over the place as well, aren't you? I mean, I filmed a show for you down at the Green Bank that you put on with Everton Red Triangle. You know, you're working with a lot of guys right across the northwest now, aren't you?
I think next year is going to be my best year, because I think everything that I've worked hard for is I finally would have accomplished and would have achieved and would have got. I mean, also, don't get me wrong, I mean, we're putting shows on for the Queensberry as well. On the lower scale, that, you know, we've got a thing where we have a platform. It's a steady platform that whatever good fighters we bring through Black Promotions, they can obviously box on the bigger shows, and that's been given to us by Frank and Francis, George. So
Frank was your promoter when you were a fighter as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was nice for you. I remember chatting to you in Leeds when you had Zelfa defending and Lyndon winning the Commonwealth title. You felt it was calm, it was the right thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, I like Frank. I mean, I like Frank. In fact, I like the Warrens. I like working with him. Working with him is a good thing, really. George is a clever businessman. Francis is a promoter. Frank is the promoter. But my key relationship is working with Frank, really, because I understand him. He understands me. I trust him. And I think he delivers and he gives the best for the fighters. And you know, if you want to become a world champion, then I would say, well, you know, he knows how to bring it to make it happen. Big thing for Zelfa and Lyndon next year. Hopefully I'll get them both fighting for the British title, move them on to the European, and you know, we're just going to keep looking higher and higher and higher and looking to be the best. These are the kids following behind Lyndon, Zelfa. Makes my job even easier now, because now that snowball's rolling, it doesn't really stop.
Have you mellowed out?
Pardon?
Have you mellowed out? Because you used to be scary, and you seem to be a lot more, I don't know, just calmer with your fighters and everything.
I think I've learned a way about to train fighters where I'm not as frustrated as much as I used to be. I think a lot of it with me was frustration and trying to get it right and trying to create it for fighters and getting nowhere. And I think now is the time, because a lot of people are supporting what I'm doing. I don't feel as stressed as I have to do anymore. When things are going exactly how I would like them to go. I mean, like RDX is a massive sponsor to us, and they're helping us. Next year I'll attract certain more of the sponsors that are sitting down and wanting to work with us. So to me, I've got nothing really to be stressed. I'm more enjoying it more than ever because of what I'm producing. Yeah, I've found a way of how to create champions, and it's not an easy way, but I've had that much time in it, and I've gone through so much shit with it that now I know how to do it. There's no more shit. It's just basically every kid that you see in this gym.
Well, I think you've got an example that they can all look up to now. And they followed your instructions, they've achieved, so these surely now must believe that if I listen to Pat, then I'll achieve that. And notice Marcus was saying to me, you talk a lot to him. Mentally you're preparing, as well as physical getting them ready in this gym. You seem to be doing a lot more mental preparation with the lads.
You need that, really. You need that mental preparation because you need that mental preparation because with the lads, and it's kind of like once you can get through to them mentally, I mean, physical's easier, and it's your mindset that gets you through anything. When you're tired, when you can't do it, when you feel down and out, you know, you need that inner voice in your head to say, come on, you can do this. you know, and I'm not the inner voice to do that, but I'm the one to allow you to create that inner voice to say, hey, it's in your head. That means your mind's controlling your body, not your body's controlling your mind, because if your body tells your mind that you're tired and you can't do it no more, your mind will accept it. Yeah. But if your mind tells your body, hey, listen, get up, you lazy shit, let's go, we've got to do this, we can do this, and you start thinking of the fight and you start thinking about losing, you'll get up off that floor and you will do it. You will do another sprint, you'll do another run, you'll do another circuit, you'll do another round. Yeah, because the scariest thing about boxing is by getting beat. We all don't want to be defeated, we want to win. And it's scary, so that pushing it and that self-driven and that voice in your head is what I help. It's a positive voice, and that's where I find to make people realise they can do it.
Is that what you learned from Brian?
You know, but the thing is, I learnt a lot from Brian, and it's just all coming together as I'm older. Because when I look back and I think to myself, it's like being a kid when your mum used to always tell you, one day, you know, son, school, you know, you're going to wish that day was your best days, and you just think, yeah, right, whatever. And then once you do, you think, you know what, it was, because it was your youthful days.
My dad used to say to me, the youth is wasted on the young, and I never understood him. And now I think, oh yeah, because there's so many things I could have done and should have done and didn't do.
So my aim is to say, well look, I'm not going to let these make the same mistake as me. My aim is to stop them and to make them realise, look, this is what I could have done, this is what I achieved. Look, there's all my achievements. You know, I won the British, I won the European, I won the award, the Best Young Boxer of the Year award. Do you know what I mean? And you know, I achieved all this in such a small time.
By the time what, 21, 22?
Well,
British, European?
British champ, yeah. So I mean, it was like 22 when I was European. So it was all like, turned pro at the age of 19. It was all like, it just happened so quick that I didn't get time to realise. But over the time now, I think about things and I realise about things now and doing things differently now. It makes me enjoy it now. It makes me great to sit these young kids down and talk to them and say, look, because it's by the time I finish with them and we had a chat in the office, they're ready to go. It's like I've wound them up. And
so that hard work with the early years with Zelfa and Lyndon, nurturing them through, you feel that's what's making it easier because the other kids have got examples to follow.
Yeah, and I know how to do it now. And it's harder with Zelfa and Lyndon because they're family. Yeah, and they are family. But so are all these kids, because when the kid, no one gets treated any different. And even though Zelfa's a Commonwealth champion, and we'll just work with Zelfa because I could be thinking, oh, this kid can make me loads of money now. It's this, it's that. But I can do it with Zelfa, I can do it with anyone.
Yeah.
I can do it with Lyndon, I can do it with anyone. Do you know what I mean? Being a great trainer, it's a heart to it. There's a noble to it. It's like being a great parent. Not everybody can be a great parent. Yeah. And as long
as you learn your lessons on the way.
Yeah, as long as
you've learned yours now, and this is where it's all coming.
I mean, I show a lot of affection and a lot of love about what I do and passionate about what I do. Don't get me wrong, I won't take no shit off anybody. If there's the door, I won't even argue with anybody. There's the door. Yeah, if you don't like what I'm saying, then go and get yourself a new trainer.
Can I ask one last question then? Young Dan Booth started. Now we were speaking to him, I bumped into you a few weeks ago and we was chatting about it, and I said he puts a little smile on my face. Now he's not a young kid, but you seem to instill a lot of belief into this kid now. He seems to be a real confident lad and hopefully that he can achieve something.
Well, I said the minimum that he can win is a British title. I mean, when I look at some of these levels of British boxing today, it's not about how skillful you are, it's about how determined you are. Yeah. Boxing is not about what it was about before. It's about determination and desire to win. Who wants it the most? I've seen fights where people just been banging each other. Just sure. There's one on the other day, not so long ago, I think it was on Channel 5.
That English title one between Dick Spellman and Shaka Peters was a great fight.
Right, and that's what I'm trying to say. And it's like when they were just going at it. They were just knocking 10 tons of that. There was no skill and no nothing. Just like, wow. And I think to myself, where are they going to be in 2 years' time? So I mean, it doesn't do yourself any good. The art of boxing is defence. And that's what you try and teach out to not get hit.
It's strange, but it's true though, because you know, as attacker-minded as you are, defence does come first here, doesn't it?
Defence is the key to boxing, really. You know, it's the heart, and even Dan is learning it. Even Dan says to me, you know what, I feel so much better. Because if he couldn't do nothing before, he can do a lot more now. Yeah, and he's prepared to walk behind that defence. It's like having a riot shield and walking up to someone throwing stones and bricks. You know you're safe behind that shield and you can't get hit. Or the other one might get over and clunk you on the head and give you a cut. But it's better than 20 of them bricks hitting you in the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the difference between boxing. You know, you might get hit before, but at least you're getting hit less. Do you know what I mean? And that's
Well, it's boxing match. It's like jumping in a swimming pool. You're going to get wet, aren't you?
Yeah,
the boxing match, you're going to get hit.
Of course.
Not more than you need to.
Right, so my aim is you hit me with the left hook, you're not going to hit me with that left hook again. You hit me with the right hand, you're not hitting me with that right hand again. You hit me with a couple of jabs, you're not going to hit, because I know I'm not moving my head. Whatever I get hit with allows my brain to say, put my hands up, do this. A lot of fighters can't do that. They get hit, and they're still getting hit. And you think, how can you just get your hand up? It's like I was at the fight the other week, what was it called? It was for the Commonwealth title.
Oh, Cullen against Felix Cash.
Right, now, Cullen was getting caught with that right hand.
He was.
Yeah. So many times.
Do you know what? I did a little interview with Jack, and I think he come out. Do you know sometimes you come out in a little bit prepared to warm yourself up into the fight? I think Felix Cash come out really up for the fight, and he landed that big overhand right straight away, and I think everything went out of the window after that for Cullen. They did have a plan.
But what I'm trying to say, look, if you watch him, all I'm trying to say, look, if you hit him with that right hand, I'm keeping that left hand up. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's just an automatic thing. But if you've not been shown to do that, then how are you going to do it? We all expect and we all state the obvious. Of course we know it, but you've got to be able to do that in training.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm telling my lads, even if they drop the box with their hands down and saying, eventually you've got to get your hands up. So you're going to learn to do that from now. Yeah. And then at least you got that as plan B. If you get caught, you know to keep your hands up. That's the key.
Yeah. So, a bright 2020 for you? Excited about it?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about it. I mean, there's going to be a lot of great things happening with not just with Zelfa and Lyndon, with all the young ones and sponsorships and everything else. So yeah, it's going to be a great year.
Pat, so it's been a pleasure, mate, but I must admit I'm excited for you because it looks to be really, really buzzing again, and back to the glory days when you and Robin were leading the way.
Thank you.
Take care, mate.
Cheers.
Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.